Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Muted. Okay, is it fixed now? Okay, I did the opposite thing. How are you guys doing? Happy Saturday. Good morning. Holy crapoly. It's before noon and literally, can y'all hear that? The second I turned on my microphone, my neighbor started his freaking mower. Did you? Literally the second I unmuted. What are you doing? Is it loud? Can you guys hear it? It's going to get louder as he comes this way. Right now he's in the front yard. But you know what? We're going to be doing lawn stuff today too, because the weather is good today and it's just the day for it. So we'll just be fine. It's going to get louder. So you guys are probably going to hear it. If it gets closer to the window, because like I can tell by how it sounds right now where he started. But he has to come to this side of his house. Oh, there he is. Okay, this is about as loudest as it's going to get. So do y'all hear this? Because he's right there in that side of his yard. You can't hear it? As long as you guys can't hear it and it's not like overwhelming, then I'm fine. Everything's good? Okay. Yeah, that's about as loud as it's going to get. So I think we'll be fine. Not as loud as I thought it was going to be. Okay, good. Well, then this microphone is doing its job. Hey there, Brian. Thank you for the 2. How are you doing this morning? How are you? How are you? Good. Y'all can't hear it? Okay, well, then he's fine. He's good. He's good. He's good. All right, cool. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since we've been in the morning. It's been a slow morning. These are the mornings I don't set an alarm and I just kind of like do whatever. I actually set an alarm in case I went past 11 o'clock this morning because I stayed up with the boys. On Friday night, we just like stay up and do whatever. And there's a video game called Brotato. And we were all like taking turns playing each other with it last night. So we were up until like almost 4. After last night's live. So I didn't even think that I thought I might need an alarm, but then I ended up getting up at like 10:30 naturally. So it was okay. I was able to just like get ready to go. I do like morning lives. I wish I could do like more stuff in the morning, honestly. Maybe I'd like be more energetic. Not so about everything if more of them were in the morning, but you know, yes, Brotato, it's so fun. It's so fun. You can play the 2-player and you have to like go around, but like towards the end of the waves, I like start dying instantly, even though I'm doing everything the boys are telling me to do in way of get the wrenches and get the fish hook, doing all the things. But yeah, no, it's a fun little game. It's a fun little game. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys have already listened to this over on Connor's channel. This is the last one that he posted yesterday, which I believe the guy's name is Drew. Like, I know his name is Drew, but I can't remember his last name off the top of my head. I'm about to pull the thing up, though. I will tell you, I did go in and listen to this one more than I normally would because I got rid of all the damn pencil. I went in and I edited out all the damn pencil. So it went from being, I don't know, like a little over 12 minutes to like less than 8. Just by taking out the damn pencil. I wish I would have done that for the rest of them, because not only would it have saved time, but some of our sanity, but no, at least with this one and for the rest of them going forward, because there's still 2 more, right? There was 8 altogether and we have 6 out right now. So for this one and the remaining 2, I will go in and take out the damn, the damn pencil. My gosh, the pencil. Okay. It was so annoying. That tells you like how much. Let me actually go, because I was like, I opened it up and then completely forgot to even look at the timing of it. Like, it just tells you how much like wasted time they're paying us. Like, we're paying them to do some bullshit with. So it went from 13:07 down to 7:48. Just taking out the damn pencil. Legitimately just taking out the pencil. That's so freaking crazy. That's a lot of time. Holy shit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open this one up, but I'll just tell you now, like, we're listening to it because we are obligated at this point to listen to everything. And even though we've already heard like one of them that was like, what you even like talk to this guy for? He had no info. We took that one in as well. And just warning, as far as I can remember, This one is pretty much the same way. He doesn't really have a lot to say about anything. He doesn't even recall seeing Ethan and Xana at the Sigma Chi party, even though he was at that party. So there's really just like not a lot, but we're listening to everything. We're listening to all the things. So that's just what we're doing. That is just what we are doing. And today, at the end of the day, yes. And not just pencil. 6 minutes also includes the mouth noises of him heavy sighing or like sniffing up his nose nasty. That's in there. Yeah, I took that shit out too. Some of these guys are just like, don't even pay attention to the fact that a damn microphone is on. Like, it's functated. But you know what? I did my best to go in and edit the nasty out, and I'll do the rest. I'll do that for the rest of them too. All right, guys. Again, this is like less than 8 minutes. We're not going to be live for very long. As soon as we get off of here, I'm going back to the exhibits. I'm trying to get them edited and pretty much scheduled to come out one a day, and trying to schedule them in between when I know that I normally go live. So I'm really trying to like get organized. Like I'm looking at my dry erase board in terror because there's just so much shit on it. I'm trying. Okay. We're going to get started. You ready? Here we go.
It's December 13th, 2022. This is Detective Sergeant Mike Van Leuven with Idaho State Police. I'm here at the Sigma Chi House in Moscow speaking with, and it is 5:58 p.m. So if you could just tell me how and when you first met Ethan.
Well, I was a snap, so I came in at the second semester, but I'd met him earlier playing basketball with some friends, and like him and were just like together there.
Down here at the house or intramurals?
At the rec. Okay. Because I already knew some of my friends who are already in here, and that's how like I got in here.
Yeah.
It's some people from that I knew.
You did mention that before. Let me go find that picture real quick so I can pull up what you're talking about for people to see.
And they said, come play. And then, like, that's just how I could have met him.
So what did you think of him?
How I would word that.
I mean, I thought he was goofy. I mean, he's got a big personality, so.
Were you ever roommates with him?
I was not.
So did you, as a snap, did that put you in the same pledge class as him?
Yes.
So you sort of had an accelerated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like, because when you come in as a snap, it's tougher to really get to know everybody, you know?
Yeah. So did you ever observe Ethan have any conflicts with other people?
Not that I know of. Not that anything that would be alarming to me.
Did you know any of the other girls that are down there at that house?
I knew of Maddie, and I kind of knew Xana. Like, I would say, if I saw her on the street, I'd like say hi to her or anything, but that's really about it.
Did you just know her as Ethan's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Jackie, do you have that picture like on your phone or something that you could email it to me real quick? Because like I know the wording I need to use to look for the photo that you're talking about. So Jackie says that his eyes and his lips are very similar to the guy in the photo that went around for a while that's supposed to be like a friend to everyone at 1122, and he had like one of the balaclava masks on. I know there was like a name associated with that guy, but I don't know like a lot about that situation. Okay, so here's my email. So I'm gonna have her send it to me so I can pull it up because she says that it's like very similar. So I wanted to just like take a look at it. And that's that's the channel email. No, there's no video of these. They're giving only audio. They're giving only audio for all of these, and one of them that they did, they're not even giving out. Like this, the background that I'm using for this is the report, and there was one of them that is not being added to like the evidence thing for some reason. Whichever one was done at a guy's house, it seems they didn't add it to evidence, or they either didn't add it to evidence whatsoever, or they didn't put it on the same disc as all of these. But no, it's all audio. And I think the last one that we got that was actually video is like Kayla Wynn, I guess. Let me look and see. It's been a while since they've released one that actually had like the person in it. So let's see. I'm looking at the back end of all of the ones that we've done. No, like the ones of the girls that Kaylee talked to about having a stalker in September, that was all straight audio. Simon and the Moyer boys, that was straight audio. Eric Gowers was straight audio too. Ava Woods, the one that we went over on January 11th of 26, so months ago, is the last one that we had of her actually like sitting down talking to, it looks like Blaker on my thumbnail. We did Adams after that. I think Adams was just audio. Let me look how we reviewed it. Also associated with, so I'd like to
The short
audio. Let me see. Eric Gower was just audio. Was Kai Davis just audio, or was he in it? Even when they're in it, they freaking blur them. Jack. So you can't see who the frick it is. That was just audio.
And I think that
Kai Davis's was just audio. Let's see. Then we were getting footage from the cameras. Peyton Rossi. So November 30th, 2025, Peyton Rossi's interview was reviewed here on this channel, meaning it was out for a few days after that. And he is on camera and he is completely blurred out. And then we got all the King Road footages. And all of those started dropping with how we were doing the lives at night. And then the next morning I was dropping the raw footage with the Google Drive. And that went on for like a while, like a month and a half. All together with reviews. Well, at least a month with like reviews. And then we got the additional footage that was muted. And then Kai Davis on January 10th. So there was a large amount of time in between us even doing reviews of information coming out. And that one with Peyton Rossi was the last one that we got with somebody actually on camera. And even then he's blurred out. Ava Woods was done like the day of, from how it looks. I can't remember the date of Ava Woods, but she's like in there with, she's in the same room that Dylan is in with Maury. I don't know the date of it. I'd have to go back and check it out. But yeah, like they're all like this for some reason. And again, there's still one from this report that they didn't even submit over, which is just sketchy enough to me.
Had you ever gone down to the house and partied down there?
I think I've been there like twice.
Did you ever see any altercations or problems that happened down there?
No.
How well did you know Ethan?
I'd say I know him on like a surface level, I guess. I don't think I really had any like.
Not close friends?
No. It's just tough because I didn't see him very much, and you probably already know that he was like deficient and not living in a different apartment. So like, I wasn't really around him that much.
You're on my list. Oh, it's because you're a pledge member with him. Did you ever have any conversations with him where he talked about any personal stuff?
I don't think so.
Were you here at the party that happened the night before?
Yes.
Did you see him at the party?
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Did you by chance go to the Theta formal that happened earlier in the evening?
Okay, I do want to stop talk about that one. Okay. He doesn't answer verbally. And I went back and checked like to make sure that I didn't like screen record it incorrectly or like something was missed. He doesn't answer this verbally. There's no answer that you can hear. And then it's just like it says like 10 seconds of freaking pencil. So nothing gets asked here. I would love more freaking information about that situation because Maisie was upset about something. Maisie was upset about something, and she said this herself, that he was messaging her and asking her if she was okay. Like, I have to go back and listen to the way that she put it in the Amazon Prime interview that she did where she talked about it. But there was a situation that made Maisie upset, and they were only at that formal for an hour. Now, did the formal only last an hour? I doubt it, unless for some reason it actually was only scheduled to last an hour, which is crazy to me. But they were apparently only there for an hour before leaving, and we've seen the photos and all the things. Now, in the book, which again, the stupid book, the freaking, I hate this book so much. Not the book coming out, but you guys know it's the James Patterson book. In the book, and based off the Amazon Prime interview information that are, these two things are supposed to be together, they dropped Maisie off at her sorority. They ran inside and apparently grabbed sandwiches out of the little like refrigerator thing in the kitchen before taking off. And he was texting her throughout the night, trying to get her to like come out, go and party with them. She was upset. She didn't like want to do anything but be by herself. And that's when she says that he says like he loved her, and that she felt like that was weird because they don't say that to each other. And that's like the last messages that were there, which is just like weird enough in itself, right? But I would love to know what she was upset about. Like, why was she upset? Why were they only there for an hour? Why was it so bad that he didn't want her to be by herself and he kept trying to coax her to come out so that she could like cheer up? Like, what was going on? Did we get any information about that? Because I've also wondered if maybe, like, I know now that there's a bigger possibility that there really was a situation that happened at Sigma Chi, and that maybe just not everybody was privy to seeing it. Just because a bunch of people haven't talked about it doesn't mean it didn't happen. But this 1119 girl whose interview we're going to go over soon, you know, after we get, you know, while we're getting caught up with stuff, because we're still going to be scheduling lives in between me posting these exhibits. So we're going to be going over it this week. I'm almost done getting it all together. She says that she's very aware of the situation that took place at that party, and that she was at that party, and she's way against conspiracies. And you'll see how like huffy and puffy she gets towards the end of it when people start asking questions about something that she slips up and says, which is going to be really interesting to get you guys' reaction to this one specific thing that she says before she starts going off. Because in the beginning, she's like all about this situation and like gung-ho about giving information about the tiff about a girl at the party and the emotional connection that was had, and then the other guy ended up with the girl. Okay, but I've also kind of questioned if something happened at the formal, Maisie's formal, that the boys were at, because there was two different parties that took place, so technically two different places that something could have taken place at. And we know Maisie was really upset, like she was crying apparently. So I would really, really love to know what exactly happened. Yeah, and the Sigma Chi party wasn't even supposed to happen because of it being in Vision, Idaho. And was it the Kelvin guy? I think it was the Kelvin guy, the first one that came out, that said that he didn't even know why they were like, why they had permission to throw the party, because it wasn't even supposed to happen, but they had special permission. Why would you have special permission to throw a party on the one weekend that you're not supposed to be having a party whatsoever, and it just so happens to be the weekend where all this crazy shit happened? I don't know. That's just weird to me. That's just weird to me. Oh, thank you for the gifted memberships, Lorena. Congratulations to those who got those. All right, let's finish listening. But I've just always like wondered if there was more information out there about that formal and like why Maisie was actually upset, because I don't think we ever found out why.
I'm not entirely sure.
Did you by chance go to the Theta formal that happened earlier in the evening?
Oh, now I hear it.
Any problems or?
So I didn't hear it before, but now I just heard it. He actually says, I did not, like in the background, like really vocal fry-y low, way before the question's even done being answered.
Not entirely sure.
Did you by chance go to the Theta formal that happened earlier in the evening?
He answered it before it was even finished being asked. That's why I didn't hear it originally. Okay, interesting.
Any problems or anything that happened here at the dance or the party that you recall that night?
See, that's a question I have. This is a question I have. You're bringing up a bunch of good points, Rochelle. This is a question I have, because the girl, the 1119 chick, is all about how, like, if you're not part of the sorority, if you're kicked out for any reason, if you're not living in, blah, 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 whatever. There's all these things that like you don't get to go to, like you're still associated with them, but there's a lot of things that you don't have the privileges of anymore. So that's why I'm like, if you're kicked out because you're on probation for your grades and you're not allowed to live in because of something that you're doing that's not up to par, how are you able to still continue to do all these things, go to the parties, all this stuff, especially one with like a list? I mean, I don't know. But like, to me, it should hold the same weight. It should hold the same weight. Because if they're saying that the girls at 1122 wouldn't have been welcome at these formals because they weren't like live-in and because they removed themselves from the sorority, like I guess it would sort of be the same. Like I know they said that he was there a lot, so I guess it is something different. But you'd think something that already needed like special permission and that there was a list at the door for would maybe count for that, especially considering the fact that it was that Envision Idaho weekend. I don't know. I know that I'm telling you, I found a picture on Facebook and it looks like it's Ethan like in the middle of the photo, but it's for like bid day, which was not his bid day because he'd already done all that. It was like the following year, but he looked like he might have been still just like associating with everything, even though he was on academic probation. Yeah.
I think so. Altercations with people, fights, somebody yelling at somebody upset.
Yeah, no. I really try to think back, honestly. And just,
who was Ethan's best friend in the house, do you think?
I would say.
Who was the second best friend?
Notice he said a T name, which I found interesting. So it sounds like he said Tyler. I think there's a Tyler that we've seen before.
I really try to think back, honestly. And just,
who was Ethan's best friend in the house, do you think?
I would say.
Who was the second best friend?
Well, like besides from, probably, maybe.
Who's?
He was his roommate, I think, and I just know that they were roommates.
On that list.
He's not. I mean, I'm assuming this is alphabetical.
I think it's alphabetical by last name.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yes. Wait. Yeah.
Well, do you know his name?
Oh, yeah, he's on here. Twice.
Probably because he has two contact numbers.
Yeah.
Is he marked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You can start.
Had anything happened around here, either with the house or around the house, that was unusual in the last year that you can remember? Any car wrecks, any thefts, any prowlers, any police getting called for any reason you recall?
Not that I know of.
What did Ethan do? Let me ask you, where did Ethan spend his time?
I would say in Cumberland, I think, and then at Xana's and over there.
Yeah.
Had you ever been to Ethan's apartment?
No.
Did he have any hobbies?
I don't think anybody ever went to Ethan's apartment.
That you know of?
I know he liked to play basketball and game.
What games did he play?
I think a lot of them, like most of
the
like,
lodge party wasn't spur of the moment. They had special permission for that lodge party. That's why it was selective and there was a sign-in sheet at the front door because they had to get special permission. It can't be spur of the moment with them having special permission, I don't think. Plus it was Envision Idaho, which is something that they run, and we know this because it was the weekend after Parents Weekend, where Parents Weekend, you go and your kid's already a student. The next weekend is Envision Idaho, where they basically tell you to shut down all the alcohol and there's no parties supposed to be allowed whatsoever, because they want it to be sort of like a dry looking campus, because that's the weekend where they encourage high school students who are looking at the university and their parents to come and take a look because they've got the game going on. So they kind of do both to like put on a front that the campus isn't rowdy and that there's not a lot of drinking and blah, 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 which is most likely why the Banfield situation happened the way that it happened, because they were cracking down more. But it's also the reason why that Kelvin guy said that he didn't know why they had permission to throw that party because of that situation going on that weekend, which it doesn't make any sense either because they didn't even tell us about that at all. Like we found out about the Envision Idaho thing, like reading reports that came out. And we were like, what the frick is that? And then we looked it up. And we were like, why didn't they tell us that? That's like important to know that not only was the game happening and it was Parents Weekend at WSU, which already meant like different traffic coming in and around that area. But now you also have a whole nother wave of strangers coming into that area for the game. And then a whole nother wave of strangers coming in as parents that apparently have high school age kids that are looking at the campus. All that extra traffic is probably something that they should have at least mentioned to us, you know?
The Xbox games, I would say, like, the new game that just came out, the
Call of Duty?
Yeah, and then
Modern Warfare?
Yeah, and then there's also the one Fall Guys. He loves playing that game.
If they would let us have it.
Did he play it on? Did he play it online with other people?
Yes.
Did he play with anybody outside of the house that he knew from like back home or anything?
I don't know.
So, when you first heard that this had happened, where were you?
I was at class.
In class?
Yes, it was like a 3-day weekend class.
I don't know what that is.
It was just like a seminar, kind of. It was 1 credit.
Okay. Were you here? Or were you?
I was in.
You were in class. And what did you think?
On a Sunday?
I didn't believe it. I mean, I was shocked. I still don't really believe it, honestly.
Once it had time to sink in that it was real and you understood what had happened, what did you think? Who do you think was responsible for this?
I have no idea, honestly. I mean, I don't want to point fingers at I can't think of anybody that, to me, comes to mind that would be reasonable to plead suspicious.
Did you have any thoughts?
See, I did have issues with that because he goes from I don't want to point fingers to I can't think of anybody. You know how different those statements are? You know how different those statements are? To say that you don't want to point fingers means that you've got someone in the back of your mind, but you really don't want to go there. Then to say, I can't really think of anybody, that's not true. Because obviously there's a reason why you just said that first statement. Again, just my opinion, how my brain is picking it up. To me, those are two completely opposite side, like opposite spectrum answers. So I'm just curious, again, my opinion only, who came to mind when he said that first statement? Because I feel like somebody probably did.
I mean, I don't want to point fingers at I can't think of anybody that, to me, comes to mind that would be reasonable to plead suspicious.
Did you have any thoughts about just the situation in which someone might do this? Like what the motive might be?
I don't know.
Is there anybody else here that you think that I should talk to that was close friends with Ethan that's not already marked on the list? Were you here for Parents Weekend?
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been told that one of the moms that was here recalls there being a guy that was here that was asked to leave that didn't belong here. Do you know anything about that?
I do not.
Did Ethan have any?
I wonder if they have information on whoever that was. Like, I wonder if they ever found out who, like, the imposter person technically was. Because, I mean, like, everything in way of, like, those kinds of statements, like, on the like, where the house actually is and stuff happening over there, my instant thought is Enon Harsh. But then when it comes to the the fraternity house, for some reason, when I hear this guy showed up that wasn't supposed to be there, it goes to that Gage person. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because that's like an unanswered thing that's still like I have so many questions about in the back of my mind. But I wonder if they ever actually like found out who the person was and asked them like, what were you doing there? Because I wonder how they even like realized the person didn't belong there. Because if it's Parents Week and like, how do you just not know that it's not maybe like somebody's little brother or some shit like that? Or like, you know, I wonder what would have happened to even make this person noticeable, in a crowd of all kinds of actual strangers with all of those different people there. Like, how did they figure that he didn't belong there? What happened? I would really love to know.
Were you here for Parents Weekend?
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been told that one of the moms that was here recalls there being a guy that was here that was asked to leave that didn't belong here. Do you know anything about that?
I do not.
Did Ethan have any weapons that you knew of?
No.
So I want to talk about drugs a little bit, and I know that can be a sensitive topic, but we don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
We're just trying to figure out who might have been responsible for this. So we know that there was some drug use that happened over at that house. Do you know anything about that?
No.
Do you know anything about Ethan sourcing drugs from anybody here on campus or elsewhere?
No.
If I already asked you this, I apologize, but do you recall if the girls that were over there, any of them ever complained about any guys or being followed or anything like that?
No.
Did you see the vehicle description that the police put out recently?
Of like the
white 2011 to 13 Hyundai Elantra. Do you know of anybody that drives one of those? Is that a dog?
I think so.
Do you guys have a house dog?
Some people usually have dogs, but I don't think right now. So.
And see, I don't know where that statement even came from. Like, granted, I took out the pencil. There was nothing that led up to let you believe like where he's seeing this freaking dog. Because obviously with the way that the guy is talking, he's saying like nobody right now has a house dog. So is there like a photo that they're looking at or something? Because there's nothing to tell you where this statement just comes up out of nowhere from.
Anything like that?
No.
Did you see the vehicle description that the police put out recently?
Of like the
white 2011 to 13 Hyundai Elantra. Do you know of anybody that drives one of those? Is that a dog?
See?
I think so.
Do you guys have a house dog?
Some people usually have dogs, but I don't think right now. So.
See, I don't think right now. And they're doing this interview inside of the frat house. So there must not be a dog there at that moment, right? They must be looking at something like a picture. It was just very odd. I don't know.
Yes. Is that a dog?
I think so.
Right?
Do you guys have a house dog?
Some people usually have dogs, but I don't think right now. So.
See? It must be like
Somewhere
a
else, I
picture.
guess.
Have you ever seen anybody that possessed a knife that looked like this one?
No.
Really distinctive leather wrapped handles?
No.
Never seen anything like that.
No.
Any change in Ethan's personality or anything in recent weeks before this happened?
I don't think so.
Had you ever talked about his past or his family?
No.
Had you ever met them?
No.
I appreciate you talking with me today. But
Maybe
I
they
think
heard a
that
dog.
about wraps it up. I'm going to stop the tape at 6:11.
Yeah, see? That's it. 'Tis all, 'tis all, 'tis all. So yeah, he didn't really say much of anything at all. Didn't really have much of anything to say. He wasn't at the other party that they were at earlier. He doesn't even really remember seeing them there at the Sigma Chi party that he claimed that he was at. He doesn't know anything about the guy that was at Parents Weekend the weekend before that shouldn't have been there. Like, he just doesn't know a lot. Let me see if I got it. No, I don't have an email from you, Jackie. The last email I have is from the LA Times. No, I don't have an email from you. Yeah, it was like right over 13 minutes, but I went in and I took out all the pencils. So it dropped it down to like 7 minutes and 53 seconds. Like where he's literally, you can just hear the pencil on the damn. Yeah. I went in there and took that all out and took out a lot. It took out a lot. I'm refreshing the page, Jackie. I don't have an email from you. So if it comes in at some point after, I'll just take like a screenshot of Home Dude's face and then put it next to it and post it in the community tab so that people can look and see what you're talking about. But yeah, he doesn't really say much of anything worth anything. Literally at all. So that's it. Let me look and see if there's anything that loaded on the page. Because I know that we had stuff hanging out in the case summary when it comes to amending the restitution. And I'm curious as to if we're going to be able to see those documents for the reasoning anytime soon. No, there hasn't been an update since the 7th. Let me see if there's anything new that's unsealed that we don't know about. Besides these exhibits on this last page that we got. No. No, nothing else. Nothing else. So I guess that's it. Yeah. I'm going to get to editing. Yeah, let me put the email in one more time. This is the channel email. Right here. Right there. That's the channel email. Just remember when you send me stuff that I don't click on links. So if there's stuff that you want me to see, you have to like give me the title. Like you give me a screenshot of what it looks like and give me the title and the person or like where to find it or blah, blah, blah. But I won't click on any links. No linky binkies. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. We got some stuff to do. I got some editing to do. It was good to be on here early. And look, it didn't even take long. 40 minutes just for us to get together and talk for a minute. Look at that. Look at the yachts. And the mower didn't even get in the way like I thought it did. Well, I hope y'all have a great Saturday. I will be dropping something later on. Don't forget, we are going to be starting our Gypsy Rose deep dive tomorrow evening. I haven't decided if we're going to sit through the whole 3 hours of edited interview or if we're going to break it down into hour-and-a-half sessions and hour-and-a-half sessions. Because there is a portion where like she gets to where she's like talkative with the guy who's outside in the hallway, like the police that's standing guard over her. But then there's the section where she actually starts getting interrogated, and I think I'm going to cut it. I think we're going to do where she's like trying to just act real childish and dumb and flirty with this dude just to see like how pathetic she's acting and how she can sit there and be so normal, like nothing's going on, like she doesn't actually know. And then we'll probably do episode 2 the following Sunday with her actually being interrogated with the guy that comes in the blue shirt. I think that's how we're going to do it. I think that's how we're going to do it. I think that's how we're going to do it. But, you know, I change my mind a lot and things happen, but I think that's how we're going to do it. Anyway, thank you so much for the super sticker and for the gifted memberships. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for spending some of your Saturday morning here with me. I will see you guys in a little while. Let me go ahead and roll this out. Please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. All right, you guys. See y'all.